Hi, we've come here today to talk to you for a little while about our WhyAim High series. WhyAim High is an English language and communication series which consists of 8 books that support young learners through their preschool, kindergarten and primary school years.
We believe that even very young learners need to be challenged intellectually and linguistically so that they can develop their talent. To do this, we think they need a different kind of learning experience, one which gives them opportunities to develop their critical thinking, their creativity, their confidence, and their research skills.
We think that some books for very young children are not sufficiently demanding intellectually. There is just not enough stimulation to ensure the child is engaged intellectually with the subject matter. The WhyAim High series is designed to develop young learners' talent by challenging them intellectually and linguistically to exceed their expectations, even at a very young age.
Also, to be honest, I think some English books ignore the fact that the child is also studying a range of other subjects at school. So in writing WhyAim High, we've tried to build upon other parts of the curriculum, including numeracy, science and technology, and the social sciences too. By embedding other subjects into WhyAim High, children can see the relevance of learning English and see it as part of their entire learning experience, whether they're in preschool, kindergarten, or in the primary years.
We are convinced that this is the way to exploit the talent that every child has in him.
So, what exactly do we mean by a talented child? Aren't talented people just people who are born that way? Well, now, we do understand the nature-nurture argument. Many people believe that talented people are born and no amount of teaching will change that. However, we see things in a slightly different, more nuanced way. Now, we all know people who are bright and exceptionally talented, and always have been this way, even since they were born. But we also know other people who, through hard work, through application, and sometimes through opportunities, have become talented. They have developed their talent.
This is the type of talent we believe can be fostered through learning that exposes the child to mind-broadening experiences, encourages the child to think critically and creatively and take risks without fear of failure.
So, how can we maximize a child's potential? Well, they say that with the human body, if you stop using a muscle, your body starts to break the muscle down, which causes it to decrease in size and strength. And we believe the same is true with the human intellect. It needs to be constantly flexed and pushed and pulled if it is to grow to its full potential. We are convinced that all children have far more intellectual potential than they ever actually exploit. We think it's like a huge iceberg, most of which is hidden submerged underwater. A lot of books play it safe by only teaching that which is easy or mundane, and if you like, it's at the tip of the iceberg. But this does nothing to flex the intellect.
However, WhyAim High treats students as mature and capable learners, even though they are young, and helps all children to unlock their hidden talent by dealing with genuinely challenging subject matter.
Children learn to think in a different way and express themselves in different ways about topics that are relevant and meaningful to them personally, and where their views matter. Now, from my experience, children love it when they discover new things about themselves and they learn to see themselves as successes. Too often, schools teach children that they are failures. Now, we also believe that the parent has an essential role in their child's learning process. In a sense, parents are in a contract with their child that involves mutual obligations. Now, we hope that parents will therefore take a full part in supporting their children to learn by using what we call Parental Input Plus strategies that are described in the parents' guides that are included within the books. Parental Input Plus strategies fully engage parents in their child's learning and go far beyond simply marking their child's homework. They include going on nature walks, conducting simple experiments, playing games, and reading with their child. These activities ensure that parents are actively involved and share the fun of their child's learning. You may well ask, can you remember a child who you remember being transformed by their learning at school? Well, yes, I can. I remember one of my students, his name was Thomas, and he was a student on the Academy for the Talented English program at the University of Hong Kong. It's a program for teenagers before they go to university. It's designed to develop their talent, their intellect, their curiosity, and so on. Now, Thomas started the program as a typical hard-working, high-achieving Hong Kong teenager. By the end of the 10-week program, though, Thomas had not only improved his English and communication skills, he'd also gained a really deep understanding of some of the most urgent and challenging global challenges that we face today. And in so doing, he had learnt to become more self-critical, more self-reliant, more passionate, and more articulate about the world around him. What I had observed was growth in Thomas's talent, brought about by him having engaged with topics that were relevant and demanding and that had expanded his horizons.
I remember one of my students at Harrow School in Beijing. Her name was Nancy. She started as a fairly average student whose contributions to class were not particularly impressive. What I noticed over a period of a few months of working on project work with Nancy was that her confidence really started to grow. This was largely because she really enjoyed the topic that she had chosen, and she had learnt to take responsibility for her own learning. I had also allowed her the freedom to make mistakes, and as a result, she had become more motivated and talented in the process. It was quite magical to see Nancy's transformation.
This is what we hope for everyone who uses the AIM High series. Thank you very much.